All right, y'all, what going on? Hey, look, we got two grumpy 60-year-old men. They're clashing out with each other due to keeping their dirty diapers on, dingy Michael Jordan tennis shoes, and keeping a box of church of chicken sitting in their lap with crumbs all over the place. Let's check them out.
I didn't start it. They asked me how I felt about what was said about me on another platform from some other people. You know, sometimes I'm not a troublemaker.
Jim will be out of business
Weatherman
after
Pete.
August 3rd, so I'm practicing the weatherman. As you can see, I'm in Harlem, New York. What up, Harlem? I love y'all, you know, but my shit don't go that fast, okay? But anyway, I just want to say, after August 3rd, I'm going to be the new weatherman. If I ain't gonna be it, Kiss is gonna fill in, or we're gonna have to do this shit together. But August 3rd, after August 3rd, no more weatherman from Capo. It's over.
All you gotta do is pull up here. You know, you wanna join me? Pull up and join me. You know what I'm saying? Pull right up here and you can join me. I'm on live.
Yeah, talk that shit. Yeah.
We're here, baby. Pull up.
Know what's up?
211, never hit.
Know what's up?
You know what I mean? We're here, baby. J1 pulling up. He went home. You know, after the gym, he want to go get fleet. All you got to do is pull up. 211, never hit. Get checked out. And everything else will fall in line after that. I'm out here with the legends, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, man,
you
right.
see it, man. OG Prince, man, one of the most solid individuals ever touched the universe.
Right.
We keep it solid, we keep it real original over here, 100%. You see who pulls up? The real ones. And we keeping it solid. That's all we do over here. No extra bullshit. If you ain't coming on that type of time, stay where you at. Get your prostate checked, get you a juice. Juice is for life.
This right here was one of the coldest reality checks hip-hop ever witnessed. The day Jadakiss and Styles P went off on Jim Jones live on air wasn't just funny, it was brutal. The Harlem rapper tried to defend himself after the Dipset versus LOX versus battle, but what was supposed to be a friendly debate turned into a verbal beatdown that had the entire culture laughing and remembering why the LOX run the streets of New York with unmatched respect. Let's rewind it back to that infamous night. When Dipset and the LOX faced off on Versus, it was supposed to be legendary. Harlem versus Yonkers, Flash versus Bars. Fans were hyped, saying it'd be one of the greatest showcases of New York rap pride ever. But once the mics turned on, it got ugly fast. The LOX didn't come to play. They came with precision, breath control, and real stage presence. Jadakiss's freestyle energy and Styles P's raw grit had the crowd going wild. Meanwhile, Dipset looked lost, rapping over backing tracks, arguing with each other, and relying more on jewelry and nostalgia than performance.
Jim Jones, Styles P, let's talk about it. Versus started out as how much body of work you got, how many dope-ass singles you got, right? Then it grew and progressed into having levels to this shit. It's sort of like boxing. You think you're gonna mash somebody the out until them lights come on, it's a different story. Styles P said, I'm a barsmith. It's levels to this shit. Meaning, look, I can go on my bag with singles, but I can also go on my bags with body and shit, as far as freestyles. Can Jim Jones do that? Maybe he can. Have people seen Jim Jones do that? No, they haven't. Because like I said, once you get under them bright lights, like a boxer, it's a different story.
The turning point was when Jadakiss dropped that Who Shot Ya freestyle. The moment he took over the whole event, he told the crowd, we in New York, man, this is real rap. And the audience erupted. You could see Jim Jones's confidence fade right there. The Dipset crew tried to respond with hits, but it was too late. They got outclassed in front of the entire culture. Now, after all that embarrassment, Jim Jones tried to do what he does best, talk his way out of it. A few days later, he pulled up on a radio show trying to explain the loss, saying, we wasn't prepared like them. They rehearsed. We just came to have fun. But fans weren't buying it, and neither were Jadakiss and Styles P, who just happened to call into that same radio segment while Jim was talking. That's when the real humiliation began. Jadakiss jumped on the line and said, ain't no excuses, bro. You got cooked. We came to work. Y'all came to pose. The studio fell silent for a moment. Even the host couldn't hold it in. Styles P laughed and said, y'all Harlem dudes had matching outfits but forgot the lyrics. Everyone cracked up, except Jim. You could hear the frustration in his voice, but he tried to keep cool, saying it was friendly competition. But by then, the damage was done.
Jim Jones.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, he's been in a few fights.
Has he won any?
I believe so.
Really? Which one?
They say he beat up
his baby mama or something like that?
Nah, he beat up dude at the restaurant.
Who, the cook?
Let me see.
I don't even think he's from Harlem, tell you the truth.
You don't think he's from Harlem?
Nope. I think because they never talk about him being in Harlem. I think he's from North Bronx or some shit.
You know, he claims a blood gang out there.
Britney Spears claims a blood gang. And
see, what made that on-air moment so disrespectful wasn't just what was said, it was the tone. Jadakiss and Styles P didn't come at Jim like enemies. They came like older brothers, reminding him he got caught slipping. That made it hit even harder. They weren't yelling. They weren't cursing. They were calm, confident, and surgical with every word. Jadakiss told him, y'all thought this was a fashion show. We thought it was hip-hop. That line right there became legendary. Social media turned it into memes, reaction videos, and quotes that still circulate to this day. Jim tried to clap back, saying, we had the bigger hits though, but even that fell flat. Styles P instantly responded with, you can't out-hit bars, bro. You can't dress your way out of defeat. It was cold. Every time Jim tried to talk, the LOX duo doubled down. You could tell they weren't just defending themselves, they were defending the art of rap.
Mace need to go on a diet. He need to get his life together. He needs to go to the doctor and get a physical. He looked terrible, bad body, back ass. He looked big around the neck, waist looked crazy. I'm body shaming this. You heard? He need to go get his shit together, get on the treadmill, do some push-ups, do something. You heard? Especially for playing with me.
Fans in the comments went crazy that day. People were saying things like, Jim got humbled twice, once on stage and once on radio. Others said, Dipset made New York look soft. The LOX brought the hunger back. And honestly, they weren't lying. That Versus battle became a turning point for both groups. For the LOX, it was a rebirth. Jadakiss became a living legend overnight, and Styles P reminded everyone why he's one of the most respected MCs in the game. For Jim Jones and Dipset, it exposed the difference between image and authenticity. See, the problem with Jim Jones is that he always leaned more into style than substance. Harlem's known for its flair, the fashion, the flash, the talk. But when it's time for pure skill, the flash don't save you. The LOX came out with discipline, chemistry, and years of loyalty. Dipset came with egos and nostalgia. That's why the LOX walked away with more than a win. They walked away with the culture's respect. After that radio humiliation, Jim tried to clean things up. He posted on Instagram saying, it's all love, New York won either way. But everyone knew that was damage control. You could see the hurt in his interviews afterward. He started throwing subtle jabs at Jadakiss saying, I could outwork him in the gym, but not on stage. But that just made him look worse. It was like watching a sore loser try to move the goalpost. At that point, even Dipset fans had to admit it. The LOX crushed them, and Jim's pride was still trying to heal.
I think Jim was trolling. So I don't have much to say about it because I don't believe that Jim Jones believes that he's a better rapper than Nas, Pusha T, and Styles P. Yeah. I think he's an icon in terms of the fashion
culturally,
shit.
All
and
that.
Yeah, but we got to stop the train at somewhere.
Nas is a good place to stop that train.
Nas is a great place to stop that train for anybody.
Yeah.
When you start naming specific people,
I'm not mad at that.
It feels weird to me. Also, he doesn't have more Billboard entries than Nas. That's the other thing.
I didn't check it.
He does.
I saw some people fact checking, and he don't.
He does not, and it's not particularly close.
It's not.
He doesn't have a bigger listening base.
I wouldn't have thought it was close, but again, I didn't check it.
It's not close, and
even if you remove features,
even if you get rid of features,
not close.
It's not. It's just not close. I mean, you look at Spotify. Nas has 9 million followers. I think Jim has like 850,000. I mean, the traditional metric. You look at Grammys. I don't think they're on the same planet. I don't think that they should be debating that.
Yep. It's over with. When you have people who used to be known for doing their music up until today, now they're just known for antics. You know, coming online, being a buffoon, prancing around on stage, clowning, dancing, joning. It's almost like everybody done turned into online comedians. Yeah, it's a wrap, man. Get prayed up, stay prayed up. Watch out for that church of chicken and them dingy Michael Jordan tennis shoes. Make sure you beware of that. I'ma holler at you.